Have you ever wondered why some people seem to effortlessly grasp spiritual truths while others spend years in disciplined practice and feel no closer to enlightenment? Why is it that one person can awaken after a single insight, while another dedicates decades to chanting, meditating, and studying, yet remains stuck? Could there be a hidden factor beyond effort that determines success on the spiritual path? Welcome back to the channel, your home for deep inner exploration and life-altering truths. I'm grateful you've returned. Today, we'll tackle one of the most pressing and mysterious questions in spiritual practice, the paradox of progress. We'll explore why effort alone doesn't guarantee realization, and why, for some, awakening seems almost instantaneous. Let's begin by acknowledging the truth. The spiritual path is not a straight line. For many, it's a journey filled with devotion, hardship, hope, doubt, and often frustration. You may have met people who spend hours a day in meditation, can know entire scriptures by heart, and who follow every discipline with unwavering commitment yet still feel spiritually unfulfilled. On the other hand, someone who has never been to a retreat might have a spontaneous moment of insight that changes their entire perception of life. Why does this happen? To understand, we need to explore several deeper dimensions of spiritual life, dimensions often ignored in mainstream teachings. These include the role of inner motivation, karmic ripeness, purity of intent, emotional maturity, and above all, the depth of one's surrender. Let's begin with intention. Many people come to spiritual practice seeking relief from suffering. That's understandable. A painful divorce, a health crisis, financial loss, if these often trigger the desire to seek something deeper. But when your primary aim is to escape discomfort, your spiritual efforts can become subtly transactional. You may chant to find peace, meditate to feel better, attend teachings hoping for answers that will erase your pain. But real spiritual transformation does not come from escape. It comes from presence, from looking directly into your suffering and asking not, how do I get rid of this, but what is this teaching me? Those who awaken quickly often do so not because they're better, but because they approach practice with a raw, sincere willingness to see the truth even if it hurts. Their intent is pure. They aren't trying to manipulate the universe. They're trying to understand themselves. This brings us to karmic readiness. In Buddhist philosophy, it is believed that the seeds of enlightenment are planted across many lifetimes. You may see someone who appears to awaken effortlessly in this life, but you don't see the countless lifetimes of preparation, effort, and purification that came before. What looks like a quick awakening is often the fruit of a long, invisible journey. It's like watching someone harvest a ripe mango from a tree. You might think, oh, that was easy. But you didn't see them plant the seed years ago. Water it daily, protect it from storms, and wait patiently. When the fruit finally appears, it seems sudden, but it is anything but. This understanding can be both humbling and empowering. Humbling because it reminds us we are not in control of timing. Empowering because it assures us that every effort counts, even if we don't see immediate results. Now let's talk about the trap of spiritual ego. This is a subtle one. The more effort you put into your practice, the easier it is to become identified with your progress. You start to think, I've been meditating for 10 years, I've read all the sutras, I deserve to awaken. But the spiritual path is not a meritocracy. It's not about accumulating techniques or achievements. In fact, the very sense of tithe was progressing can become the main obstacle. Any who struggle for years are unknowingly strengthening the false self, the one who wants to be enlightened. The irony is profound. Ego can wear a spiritual mask. It can chant, meditate, and pray, while secretly trying to elevate itself. And as long as you're trying to become someone more awakened, more compassionate, more wise, you are reinforcing the very illusion that needs to be dissolved. Those who awaken quickly often have one thing in common: they're not trying to awaken. They're just being deeply honest. They're not performing spirituality. They're simply meeting life as it is, with humility, with openness, with real curiosity. Here's an example. Man once came to a revered teacher and said, I've done every practice, followed every instruction, but I still feel empty. What am I missing? The teacher replied, "You're still trying." That moment hit the mind like a thunderbolt. You realized he was clinging to the image of the spiritual seeker. You was still doing everything to get somewhere and still grasping. And it was the grasping that blocked the truth. He let go. And in the silence that followed, clarity emerged. This is the secret. The deepest realizations often come not when you add more, but when you subtract. Not when you try harder, but when you finally surrender. Now let's consider the role of surrender. Any long-time practitioners resist this word. They associate it with weakness or passivity. But surrender is not giving up, it's giving over. It's a radical act of trust. It means accepting that your mind, no matter how sharp, cannot think its way to freedom. Surrender means allowing truth to reveal itself in its own time. It means being willing to let your identity unravel, to let your opinions dissolve, to let your heart break if needed. And this terrifies the ego. Because surrender is death, the death of control, death of certainty, death of self-image, but it's also birth of stillness, birth of real peace, birth of unconditional love. Some people reach this place quickly, others take longer, but speed is not the measure. At this, it's better to spend decades moving slowly toward genuine transformation than to have a sudden insight that never integrates into your life. True awakening is not a flash of light, it's a way of being. It touches how you walk, how you speak, how you live, how you listen. It's not just about altered states, it's about altered traits. And here's another factor that's often overlooked: emotional maturity. Many people equate spiritual advancement with mystical experiences. But if those experiences aren't grounded in emotional integration, they can be misleading. You can have a moment of transcendence and still be unkind, still be reactive, still be insecure. Your awakening brings emotional responsibility. It makes you honest, humble, and aware of your impact. It teaches you to listen more than you speak, to give more than you take, to serve without seeking recognition. Pure practice is not making you kinder, it's not working. And finally, let's talk about grace. This word makes some people uncomfortable because it implies something beyond our control. And that's exactly the point. Grace is the moment the clouds part and you see the sky that was always there. We didn't earn it, we didn't command it, just happened. But here's the paradox. Grace visits those who prepare for it. You can force grace, but you can make your heart a welcoming place. You can cultivate silence. You can practice humility. You can stay open even when nothing makes sense. And then, one day, grace comes, unannounced, deserved, but undeniable. So if you've been practicing for years and feel stuck, don't lose hope. Every moment of practice has value. Every act of compassion, every breath of mindfulness, every surrender of pride is building something invisible but real. You are not behind. You are not failing. You are being prepared. And if you've recently had a deep insight, stay humble. Let it change not just your thoughts, but your behavior. Let it root itself in your daily life. The moment of awakening is just the beginning. The rest is embodiment. Let us end with this reflection. The spiritual path is not a race. There is no finish line, a one to beat, a gold medal. There is only this breath, this moment, this truth. Whatever your pace, whatever your past, you are on the path. So walk it with sincerity, walk it with humility, walk it with life. Thank you so much for watching this video. If this message resonated with you, please like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so we can continue walking this journey together. Consider joining our membership to support this community of seekers, and share this message with someone who might need it today. Until next time, stay present, stay open, and keep walking the path.